Hey everyone, welcome back to the garage. I'm Brian, and I hope everybody's being safe out there. Like I said before in some of my other videos, we kind of have like a new spin-off or a new series coming out on our channel. You guys all know about Here's Hoping Garage. Nobody knows really the background about Here's Hoping Garage, but basically the background of Here's Hoping Garage is Here's Hoping Tractor Pulling Team. It is not my pulling team, but I am part of the pulling team. And Arthur, the owner of the tractor, is going to be working on it next couple months. A lot of the tractor pulls got canceled already for this season, but he's usually the brains and mastermind behind the tractor itself. So we're going to do a couple of episodes of the tractor pulling team and him working on the tractor and some other stuff that he's doing actually to the tractor. And hopefully maybe this season we can get out to some tractor pulls and we'll show you guys how we get it done. But right now, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go introduce you guys to Arthur, and he's going to explain some of the stuff he's doing with the tractor and working on it. So without further ado, let's go see Arthur, and he can explain to you what he's doing.
Hello, my name's Art. I'm here for Here's Hoping Garage. Brian is my son-in-law and my 3 grandsons. They work on projects. This is my project today. I actually have a modified tractor for the tractor pulls, and we're going to do some work to it. Let me get situated here and we'll get moving. This will be the front of the tractor. It has 2 440s on it. Sounds really good when it runs. Got a lot of stainless steel. We like keeping it nice and shiny. Got 2 motors. There's the fuel tank. And with the coronavirus going on, we actually started this a little while ago. We actually took stainless steel plate and stuck it where the shifter is. That'd be right here. There's the shifter. And we put diamond plate aluminum for a floorboard. So we're doing little projects here and a little projects there, but the project I want to start on today is right here. It's a safety shield made out of stainless, right there, and I'd like to wrap it around the whole roll cage. And that's what we're going to start with right there. So the fender's got to come down. Let me go back to the fenders for you. I don't know if we can actually see it, but it actually has Here's Hoping written on the fenders. So that's where the Here's Hoping Garage comes from. So we'll get back here in the back, explain a little bit more what we want to do. What we want to do is take that stainless steel cover off and make a wraparound for it comes the whole way around back to here. Now there's a square box made out of stainless steel. Round weights go in there. They're 100 pounds a piece, and right there are the weights. So we have them off. What I'd like to do after we get the wraparound done is we're going to make a stainless steel box to cover the weights. Down below we have other weights that are hanging on both sides. We're going to take our time and we're going to make stainless steel covers to go around the weights. So it'll look pretty good, I think, when it's all said and done. And then we come around the front side, other side, come to the right side, there's that shield, there's the other safety shield. So we're going to take them off. I'm going to drop the fenders down. We don't have to take them the whole way off. We'll drop them down, and I'll show you how we're going to do the wraparound. And let's see here. There we go. Alrighty. Okay, I got the fenders down. All I did was unbolt them and I just laid them down. This way they sit here, and they're actually laying on a weight bracket where we hang some weights. So we got the side shield off, and the other side's done. And what we're going to do is we're going to take cardboard, and I'm going to put cardboard up there. See if I can hold it up there for you. We're going to take cardboard and we're going to lay out what we need. And I'll show you that in a minute. We'll get all set up and I'll show you how we're going to do the first section. Alright, we're all set up. Got my cardboard. What I'm going to do is use the safety shield that was on the tractor to get the angle, that angle right here, right there. And then we're going to have the front angle, that'd be that one up here, and then the top. And then I can actually use the same bolt holes that came off the roll cage. So there's bolt holes here and a bolt hole up there. And we'll lay it out and then we'll go to the back section back here and I'll show you how we'll do that one. So let's lay this one here out and we'll get ready to do some cutting with some scissors. Alright, I got the cardboard cut. I want to show you how I found the angle for the fender. So actually I put the cardboard up there, I cut it out, made sure it got in there where it belongs, and then I took the fender and laid the fender against the plywood or the cardboard, and then I drew a line matching the radius. Then I cut it, cut out, got the bolt holes where I needed them, right there. So we got that baby bolted in there. And let me drop the fender for you. And that's what it's going to look like. There's your radius on the roll cage, comes down, and we got the angle for the bottom of the roll cage going up through. Now we're going to start on a section back here. I want to keep everything level, the same height on the back corner there. So be coming off the top here, straight across to this one here. And then it's going to have a different angle down here in the bottom. So I'm going to get another piece of cardboard. I'm going to take a tape measure, do some measuring, and I'm going to layer out. And we'll come back and we'll finish it up. Okay, I'm done with the second piece. I have to back up here a little bit. There's the second piece going around the edge of the roll cage. There's the first piece with the radius. We're level up top. I think it looks good. Going into the back. Now for the back piece, I'm going to just measure the distance from up there to that hole. That hole right there. Same here. And then I'm going to bring it straight down to the bottom where I got two little holes with brackets and spacers that I'm going to use to bolt it fast to the roll cage. So I'm going to get my tape measure. I'm going to find out the distance between here and there. I'll probably leave an extra inch after I drill the hole just to give it a little more material for it don't break. And then we'll go up through there. And what I like to do is have a cutout right in here because of my mirror. I don't know if you can see my mirror. There's the mirror. I have a mirror in there that we use for backing the tractor up the hook to the sled. So let me get some dimensions here and then I'll show you how I'll lay it out on my stainless steel sheet. Alright, now we gotta find our degree because of the radius back here on the roll cage itself to put our bend in. So I got a protractor. We lay it up there on pipe to pipe. There we go. See if I can hold the camera in my hand at the same time. Now I already did, so we have a 45-degree angle there. Then back here, bear with me. Let's see what we have back there. Really can't see it on the camera, but yeah. We have a 50-degree back there. So what we're working on now is the 45-degree bend up front here for the first bend. And I did apologize, the shield is already made. I'm just going through the motions at how we made it for you to see what we're doing. So here's a piece of scrap stainless. Now I laid it up there, it's a 2-inch pipe. So I marked it off. See if I can find my marks. There's the marks. Right there's one mark, and then there's the other mark. And what we're going to do is I went out, steel pal, and I got a U-channel. And that's what we're going to use as a die. We're actually going to make our own little press, and I'll show you how to do that. And it's made out of a 2-inch pipe, so I got a 2-inch round piece of stock. Just scrap, it even has a bend in it. Up there in the end it's bended. So I'll lay that down, I'll show you how I'll set it up for you, and I'll show you how we'll bend it and how we'll find our degrees. Okay, I got my little homemade press set up. I used that U-shaped channel on the bottom. I got the 2-inch pipe on top of it. I have my lines for where it's going to go on the roll cage. The bend's going to be here, and we're going to have another bend over here. So there's where the bends are going to be. I'm just using a piece of scrap. But now we need a degree finder, and that'd be right here. So we have one of them, and all we're going to do is lay it on the stainless, and we're going to start bending. And I'm going to have to set down the camera. I don't think I can do it one-handed. Let me see here. You can see the back of it's rising. Now what I did do is I laid a piece of cardboard underneath. This way it doesn't scratch the stainless as we're putting our bends in. I'm going to try to see if we can see what it is. Can't really do it with the camera. Sorry about that, folks. I needed a flashlight for I can see what the degree I'm at. Okay, we're at 10 degrees. Now we need 45. You gotta divide that by 2, so that'd be 22 degrees, 22 and a half degrees. So we're 10 degrees right now. So we're gonna crank it some more. And we can stick it over here. Doesn't matter what side you put it on. Okay, we're up to 25 degrees. We need 22.5 degrees, but we're going to have a little back bend to it after we take the clamps off. So we'll just go up to about, I'm at 25, I'm saying 28 degrees. I'll put a little bit of a back bend to it. I'll take it a couple more turns. Make sure it's equal on both sides. There we go. All right, there we got about 29 degrees. That's good enough. Now I'm going to disassemble it and see what we got. All right, we get our little handy tool right here. Have it set for 45 degrees. Kind of hard to do little knick-knack stuff with one hand. Okay, so actually we're way off. We're gonna have to do it again. Let me stick it up here in the tractor once. Really, no, we're gonna have to put another 4 or 5 degrees into it to make it look good. All right, let me get it all set up. I'll be back. All right, I fixed the bend in the first bend, fixed the degree on it, got it all set up for my second bend, and we're gonna start bending it, and that near gets bent at a 50 degree or 25, but we'll take it to about 32. We got a little bit of spring back. And you just crank the one side, move to the other side and crank it. Yep, I knew that was happening. Hold on. Okay, got all set up again for the second bend. Took a little time. Need a flashlight. Took her up to about 38 degrees. Want some spring back. Remember, we need 50 divided by 2 is 25 degrees. So I took her up to about 33 degrees, 34, and with the spring back. And let's disassemble it and see what it looks like on a roll cage. Okay, we put our 2 bends in. Right here's the first one. That looks really good. Nice and just got a little bit of play. Could have been 1 more degree, but that's all right. Comes around back. Looks really good. Got the bend there, got the bend there. It's all but nice and tight against the tube. We have a little bit of flex. We're gonna bolt it anyway. So, that's how I put the bends in for the wraparound. So let me take a little break here, and then I'll be back. I want to get some stuff, and I'll be right with you. Hey, before I take a break, I figured show you what I used. Remember, I used a U-channel. I put a C-clamp on the weld table to keep it from moving. We had a piece of cardboard under our stainless where we didn't scratch it. And all I used was a pipe that I found out on the steel cap. So, that's how we put the bends in. Now I'm going to clean up a little bit. I'll put my tools away, and then I'll show you how we got this blue stuff off the stainless. Okay, took a little break. I'm back. We got that piece. There's how we put the bends in it. Now, this is the right side of the tractor, right side of the roll cage. So I'll show you what we'll do on the left side. Remember, we're making the wrap out of 2 different pieces. So instead of making more cardboard, you just take your cardboard template. I made the roll cage so it's symmetrical, equal on both sides. So you take the cardboard template, you take the tape off, you bring it over, you put it up where it belongs, and my arm's not long enough, but as you can see, everything fits where it should be, and it fits down here on the bottom nice and snug. So all we do is take it apart, put that on, bolt it, take your other piece and stick it on the back side here, and then you lay it out on your stainless steel, and you just cut your left side. So we'll go back in here, have a nice big chain laying here. I used that as a step to lay the stainless on when I was putting the bend in it. That's what I was using that for. So now we're going to take the blue stuff off. That takes time. All you do is take a little blowtorch, come over here to the cabinet. There we go. All you do is set your blowtorch up, get it all ready, heat it, then just light it. Heat the back of that, but you don't want to heat it hard or hot. You want to just loosen the glue up a little bit, but you don't want to melt the glue or melt the plastic. You just want to put a little heat to it, and it helps take that bluing off of it. And I'll let you see what we got over here on the floor. Already swept up. But there's all the blue stuff from the shield. It comes off in real little pieces. It's because it's been on there so long. So, did that. Let me go get the shield itself, because we already have it done. And I put one coat of polish on it. We're going to have to tweak some things in on the shield itself. Let me spin this. We're going to have to tweak it in a little bit. Got a couple little dings in it from banging it around. No big deal. But let me go get the shield and I'll show you what it looks like. I'll put a bolt or two in it to hold it, and I'll be right back. Okay, got the shield out. I stuck 2 bolts in to hold it, and I put a bolt or 2 on the back of it to hold it. I think it looks really good. Like I said, we got to tweak it in a little bit, have a little dent in it. It was scrap steel we had laying in back of the warehouse, no big deal. It didn't cost us a cent. We just stuck her together, and I think it's going to look pretty good. It's flippy around. Right there, I don't know if you can see it, but there's the radius on it. Let me go around the back here. There we go. There's some stainless. There's the radius for the fenders. Come down here, you got the radius there for the bottom. Comes up around. Looks pretty good on the bottom. There's the bolt I have on the bottom of it to hold it. Right there, and then the other one up top here. I got 2 bolts to go. There, and up there's one. I put a little radius right there because of the mirror. This way it gives me a little more clearance so I can look through the mirror when I'm hooking up to the sled. And there's the one, that there's done. So that looks pretty good. It only has 1 coat of polish on it. I'll be taking it back off. I'm going to actually buff polish it when I get some of the little dents out of it. I'll show you the one dent. Right there it is. You can see the one dent. So we'll take care of that. But once you get the fenders on, the tires on, you'll never see it. So you get the weights on the back of it. But here, let me lift the fender up. See what it looks like with the fender. I'm just going to lay the fender up in position. But there's the fender. You can see the stainless behind it. Take a walk back this way. There's the stainless. And there's the radius. Now the fender will get bolted, so that little hole up there, the groove, that'll actually close off after I get it all bolted together. And I think that's going to look really nice. So that'd be the left side or the right side of the tractor. Let me go back here. I want to show you the right side shield. Let me just grab it out of the storage. That's what it looks like after you get all the blue off of it. You got a lot of glue on it. There's still glue. It's really dull looking. And the way to get the glue off is to take a little bit of thinner, paint thinner, or we're in a racing shop here. We use 110 gas for it. I just took a little bit of gas racing fuel and a rag, and I just wiped it all nice and clean. All the glue came off, and we're about ready to go on the other side. So as you can see, the bolt holes are already in this one. We're all ready to go. All the bolt holes are there. I got the little cutout up top there for the fender. I got the radius on that one. So everything was made before we put the bends in it. So everything looks good. And we're going to work on this side. Then we're going to start on the weight boxes in the back. I want to make some covers for the back. So, all right, well, I'm going to be working on the other side, the left side, and the right side really looks good. So, like I said, once we get the tires back on it and all the other good stuff. Talking about the tires, hold on a second. There's one of the tires. There's both tires right there. So we're talking racing tires, we're talking pulling tires. So they do right there's the inner side of them. Has a lot of studs that stick out through it. You put on a lot of pressure. So there's a lot of pressure on them rims and tires. And we actually have bolts to hold the rubber to the rim for the rim don't spin on the rubber. So they're always fun to put on. I'll let you know how we do that. It takes about 2 people. You gotta lift it up and slide it over the studs. Now I'm just kidding. I'll show you that. That's a nice little process of what we do there to get the tires back on. But yeah, I'm really happy with the back. Happy with the side. Everything looks good. So let me spin you around here. All right, so that's Here's Hoping Garage. This is what we do in the shop. We have a little fun. Oh, I don't know if you can see behind me, but I got a Harry Potter thing. My nephew is a painter, and we had the tractor in a parade one year, and the theme was Harry Potter. And he actually did a nice job on all the cardboard templates that we put on the tractor for the parade. So, really looked good that year. So, all right. From Here's Hoping Garage, I'll let Brian take over. I know Brian's saying is need for speed. I'd like to say, I need more power. Have a nice day.